the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
For Nsem do na isi ekokoso. Na uhwe senior Nsem ayisisi ene day. Military and also Ghana Armed Forces some chopper up konya accident. I have to just say enipa woman na omo ye 8 MPs mienu uhwe Edward Omaneboama Minister of Defense Alhaji Ibrahim Mutale Mohammed also so ye Minister for Environment ana Alhaji Muniru Mohammed so ye Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator ana Dr. Samuel Sapon Vice Chairman for the National Democratic Congress and Mr. Samu Abuaje or a former parliamentary candidate and a squadron leader Peter Flying Officer Chum Ampedu and a Sergeant Ernest Ado. I was for Sir Enipa Makumako and Watri and Anna Omo a Chopemu and as because a helicopter ya Anya and Quincia ama any pain newu. Now watch video now here in the pandium say down more machine just say as if him say adiwi the AC na ministers you know it me wo ategu and I say just again I'm saying no we labako se mu a men just say who say be compiled in esida just say na prophet bi din say bi bebetu bia prophet no e just say okay say Dr. Omaneboama Minister for Defense no on friend no na wo hu yi chire bia fa ne ho nti on friend no won kan chire na say onye e bia kwanchire no be ya mana na ka ne abone ho ban enso so yinim yokusi ye se video ni security and security chese nipa bi esusu se e bia na nka okoya e bia na nka nyame adom but duron so de ye politics e kan sema e ho hia ensem fata mo mi kunkuti e yes our prophecy emrasisi.
When the Minister for Defense is here, the friend is saying, Omaneboama, baby, on friend, I have a very deep message for him. And baby, Minister Omaneboama, the whole video will be on friend. Within the Prophet Roja. Amen.
Oh, Roja!
We are on friend. I will not say the message, but a whole video here. And I will be our main Minister for Defense currently. A whole video here. On Fanchina, the same prophet, be a friend who just said, on friend. Amen. Amen.
Finally, make an official communication on the matter. If you're still here, I was asking quickly and finally on whether these officials that we had seen during the brief announcement by Julius Deborah were already at the Jubilee House, or were they just called in or come there on their own volition as a result of this unfortunate incident?
I don't know if Akosia can hear us, but the event in... Okay, I think Akosia...
Hi, so I'm asking that you may not have all the information now, which is quite understandable, but the dignitaries, the individuals that we saw during the briefing, were they called into the Jubilee House, or did they come there on their own volition as a result of this matter, or had they been there all day long before the incident or news of the incident broke?
No, Nana, I can confidently say that these ministers were summoned by the Chief of Staff to be here upon the hearing of the news of the passing of these officials. They usually have their official duties engaged in their ministries, and so they were not at the Jubilee House when the event happened. But after, when the information reached the government, the seat of government, the Chief of Staff summoned them, and hurriedly they came in here. Tears in their eyes, you could tell that it is a big shock to them as they heard this news.
Yeah. Roja Nsem-Pii is the Deputy Defense Minister. I am not too sure if I saw him there. Was he there?
Well, he was not here. I personally did not see him, but we had been in contact when I got sources confirmed to me that this incident had happened in the Shȯcks region. I quickly reached out to him, and he said that they are on course getting all the information. And so I'm sure that he is deeply rooted in what has happened and probably could be on assignments related to this particular incident. But personally, I did not see him here at the Jubilee House.
Yeah. Very well, very well. Thank you so much, Akosua Ochere, our presidential correspondent, speaking to us from the Jubilee House.
She was going to.
Let me also add.
Yes. Very well, very well. Please do.
Let me also add that there is a crunch meeting that is happening. The top government officials, together with the chief of staff, engaged in a crunch meeting, together with the vice president as well, who happens to be the head of the Armed Forces Council.
Akosi, are we expecting further updates on this? The chief of staff's statement was very brief and did not give further details. Are you on alert for other briefings, or is it a fait accompli for now? What is the instruction to the press corps?
They haven't given us official communication on that, but it is expected that from now till the end of the day, a number of activities will be ongoing. They probably may not engage the press on that, but we should be seeing more ministers come in, more members of the military high command troop in here, engaging in conversations with government as to what the way forward will be. But engagements with the press, I believe, should be done by now.
Very well, Akosua, thank you so much, and we know that you'll be updating us as and when you get more information regarding this matter. But the news is that 8 persons have been confirmed dead following that crash involving a military helicopter somewhere around Adansia Krofom in the Ashanti region. We have a confirmed list of names, which include Dr. Edward Omane-Boamah, Minister for Defense, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator. Then you have Dr. Samuel Sapong, Vice Chairman of the NDC, Mr. Samuel Abuaje, a former parliamentary candidate, Squadron Leader, he's Peter... Yeah, I'll get the surname. Yeah. But then you have Flying Officer Chum Ampedu, and then you have Sergeant Ernest Ado. So 3 servicemen, 3
Squadron
officers.
Leader Peter Bafemi Anala.
Right.
So Squadron Leader Peter Anala.
Right. And these are officers of the Ghana Armed Forces. And
they are the part of the crew.
Part of the crew.
So
and 5 passengers,
3 crew.
Quite unfortunate.
Look, this is so shocking.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how the government will reorganize itself to continue with what was happening, because don't forget there was an event happening in Ashanti region around mining and responsible mining and all of this. And as Akosua rightly said, these people were actually involved in many things. Yesterday, I actually personally spoke to Omane-Boamah at the event that the president hosted.
Yeah.
So it is a massive blow. I do not remember the last time any government lost 2 senior ministers, cabinet level, and also a deputy national security coordinator and a former minister at that, and of course a former regional minister,
a party vice chair,
all on the same day in the same incident. So it is. It is unimaginable. Yeah. It is unimaginable, and we really want to send our condolences to the families. I think that the first thing to do. This is a national tragedy, so condolences to the people of Ghana, to the government, and of course the party NDC, and as well as the families. Very, very important. The families of these people. You know, I interviewed Murtala not too long ago in our studio here on the Galamsey fight. Yeah. And Omane-Boamah is somebody we regularly engage in our programs. I think 2 weeks ago he was on the Government Accountability Series. Dr. Limuna I have interviewed before in the 2014-2015 time. He was a Greek minister. Samuel Sapong as well. I'm sure Hafiz will tell you they've spoken to him a lot of times. So these are people who are known in Ghana. So it is utterly tragic to have all these officials of state die in this crash.
It's expected to, have its own effects and affect a number of things. Like we've heard from the presidency, how it's affected the program of the president for the day. Later today, there was a celebration in honor of Chachu Chikata, his 50 years at the bar. I've just received information that he's been called off. And so you expect a number of these things. Yeah. But as the Chief of Staff has directed, flags are to fly at half-mast across the country in honor of departed leaders and servicemen. But let's get close to the area of the crash. Middle Belt Bureau Chief Hafiz Tijani is on the beat. He's making his way to the actual crash site. Let's speak to him now. Hafiz, thank you so much for joining us. First off, let's understand how this news came to you and how it was received within the space that you were.
So we were at an event where this team were supposed to, or was supposed to also join the event. So today the government was launching a responsible cooperative mining and skills development program as part of the government initiative to end illegal mining and also promote sustainable and responsible mining. So while we were there, we were still waiting for the program was supposed to start at 9 a.m. But so we got there before 9 a.m. We even got there, they were still setting up the place, and it was drizzling. Then when we got there, we were waiting for the ministers who were supposed to come. So initially we were told that the president was going to be here. Later we were told that the president himself was not going to make it. It was only the lance minister and also the chief of staff. So later we learned that it was rather the Ashanti regional minister and also the lance minister who were supposed to come to the place. Then we heard some rumor about the plane crash. So initially we were told that it was an emergency landing that the helicopter did. So we had to speak to the police commander in the area, and he says that he has also picked that information. And then we also saw some military officers who were moving out of the program in a very tense manner, rushing for an emergency situation. Then the Ashanti regional minister came in. When he came in, he quickly exchanged pleasantries and gave his speech, then said that he was going to attend to an emergency. Then he left. So we also had to join another vehicle to get to this place. And the journey has been torturous, and climbing a mountainous area with a very thick forest. This is where the place happened. So this place is called Sikaman in the Adansi Ekufum district of the Ashanti region. And when you come here, Nana, you can still see the remnants of the helicopter that has split. And it is just, you see the remnants of the helicopter. When you go to the main area, you see that the place has been burnt with the helicopter. Sad body is still there. The military officers and also the police are trying to cordon off the place, trying to prevent people from getting to the place. And we are also told that so the regional minister himself is here. So he has also been climbing the hill, the mountain here, and trying to get access to the place. And
your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
That's quite unfortunate. But we've been speaking with Middle Belt Bureau Chief Hafiz Tijani, who came from that same event where the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Mwakuhene, also was when they began picking up the information regarding this crash. Currently, Hafiz is at the crash site, and he's reporting to us what the place looks like. Yeah, Hafiz, we lost you momentarily, so kindly bring us back up to speed regarding what the crash site looks like. And when you're done, I'll ask you about the event you're coming from and who some of the people there were. But describe to us what the crash site currently looks like. Hello, Hafiz. We seem to be having some challenges there with Hafiz. I'm sure it's due to the area he is. We understand he's climbing.
Tell that the pieces are being put together because this is the event that they were supposedly going for.
Exactly.
This is the same event that Hafiz was covering, and this is the event that the Ashanti Minister was obviously for any national event. The Ashanti Regional Minister would have to represent, so he would be there waiting for them.
Yeah.
So I think we can connect the dots now that this helicopter was sending these people to this event, and the Adansi. In fact, I've seen other reports saying that the exact town is called Adansi Brofuyedru, but it's Adansi Akrofum. So it's the same large area. All right. So we can put the pieces together, and obviously the townsfolk would have heard of this as well.
Clearly.
So it is clearly they were on a national assignment. This is what it is. They were on a national assignment, and they lost their lives, which is why the Chief of Staff said, our hearts go out to the families of these people who died in service of the nation, because clearly you would not jump on a military helicopter to go anywhere if it's not for such a pressing program. So this is really, really tragic. And I think that what makes it hit harder is that they were officially, they were going on an official assignment. All right, they were on an official assignment on an important national issue, which is possibly the biggest issue prior to the election. Hafiz is back on the line.
Right. Hafiz, we lost you there, but paint us the picture as you were of the
helicopter. You see charred bodies lying there, and because of the nature of the area, because it involves a trees in the thick forest area, so you can imagine how the fire would have been spreading so quickly, and the kind of the kind of plants or the kind of trees you have here, some of them are so much combustible that the fire is just going to be spreading through, and that even for some has exacerbated the blaze.
Have you been able to speak to anyone at all regarding this matter? The community folk, the townsfolk, the farmers in the area, anyone at all? Have you been able to engage them, and what have they been saying to you? Hello, Hafiz. Oh, we've lost Hafiz there again, but we'll work the lines to bring him back. We want to clearly understand how this came about, what the residents in the area saw, if indeed they saw anything at all, and then the exact location of the crash site. As I mentioned earlier, is it in a thick forest? Is it in a farming area? Were there any, civilians around the place? Because from the pictures we received early on, we saw civilians in that picture. And so we need to understand the nature of the area, what happens there, how busy the place is, and if it will have any spillover effects.
Some of the reports we've seen suggest that some farmers were first to the scene, and which is why you could see a man in a yellow T-shirt there as well. And from Hafiz's description, this is on an ascent, so it's not a plain area, so clearly a hilly place that this occurred as well. And it also must be quite a distance from Obuas, because they left